everybody, I'm Rhonda from Joy Junktique, and I just want to welcome you to my channel, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Well, I wanted to share with you today my design team project for Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I've been using her sweet, precious little angel kits, and I just love all the things that you can do with them. Her kits are huge, so you have so many options whenever you get one of her kits. And I just wanted to show you all the things I've been making. So I'll just try to get started somewhere. I don't know if you saw in my last videos, I've been making these little canisters, and I used her angel kit for these two, and then also the background pages, which are just so pretty with the lace, and just kind of, some of them are more grungy, some of them are more delicate looking. So there's so many possibilities with these. But that's one of them that I had made. Here's another. I had actually ironed on the little candle wax beads and gave them that really translucent look. So it just makes the colors really vibrant. So those turned out super pretty. But here's another example of that background page. Just very unique, I think. And then here's another one. And this one I had just made a small little tag with this angel. And here's an example of that background page. But I'm telling you, she has huge kits. So there's so much that you can do with those kits and different designs that she has in those kits. Here's another little piece from one that I just cut the circle out. And then this one. And then this one I just used the little angel for the top. So I think they're just so pretty. I'm going to start with these because I used to make these little sachets all the time. And these are actually like little hanging sachets that you can use as air fresheners, or, you know, just to kind of brighten a little corner of your world. And so all I did is use my little leftover tea bags after, you know, I cleaned them out. And then I used some of the little fabric softener beads that smell so good. So I just put those in there through the little slit I had cut to empty the tea out, and glued that to the back of this little wooden tag. And I had also painted these tags white, so they you can get them in packages. And then I just put a layer of lace and went around the edges on this with my gold wax and glued it to the top, and then just added this little bow and this little dangle with a jingle bell, and then just used this little sheer ribbon at the top to hang it. These would be really cute little gifts. You could put them in a card. You know, you could just add them to a gift to make it smell really good. So, you know, just something really sweet and simple. Here's another one. And she turned out really pretty too. This one I just used this little pearl dangle. So they're not hard to make at all, and I can do a little tutorial if anybody's interested. And then this one, these I actually used to make all the time, and they're just little drawer sachets. So I try to keep these simple because you don't want them too fussy to be in a drawer. But I just added some of the little, oh, what do you call this? And then a piece of lace and a little bow, real simple. And I didn't even wax the edges on these, but you could. But I just think these angels are so pretty. And there's just so many in the kit to choose from. And here's another. So these can be put in a drawer. Okay, and then this right here, I just had an old piece of coffee dyed paper. I want to say it's legal size. And I just added a layer of lace and a little ruffle lace, this little rickrack trim, and a bow. And then I added some feathers to the back of the little picture. I added my gold wax too. And then I just kind of glued that down on there. And it just opens up. And this was an experiment right here because I've had these little shaker forms that I'd gotten, I think, through Anna Griffin a long time ago. They have the adhesive on them, and you just peel it off and stick the top to it. So I had put this one in here, and I had added some glitter, but that was kind of a disaster. And when I went to get the glitter out, of course, it got all over the little sticky, because I had taken the paper off of that already, thinking I was ready to stick the top on when I sprinkled the glitter. But when I did that, then it just kind of stuck all over to the foam there, which actually I kind of like now. So it just added, you know, that little glitter without having to have it in the shaker. So there's still some glitter bouncing around in there somewhere on top of the picture, but for the most part, I got a lot of it out. And once it was on this, of course, you can't get it off. So I just went with it and glued the top down to it. And so now you have this really pretty little glitter frame. And I just added a little ribbon to the top to hang it, and some pearls and a little bit of lace at the bottom, and a pearl hanging, a little dangle pearl. So, you know, it turned out fine, I think. And there's the back. But that's just a sweet little hanging picture frame that turned out better than I thought it would. So I just put it down in here in this little envelope just to protect it. And that would make a nice sweet little gift too. So very simple. I just sewed around the edges on that and glued the lace on it, and that was pretty much it. So now this, I had this envelope, and I kept liking this little window in it. And so how I had to fold it to keep all of the window, it's not perfectly folded, but that turned out to be a good thing. So I just went around all of the edges of the envelope and covered it with pieces from the pages. And I fussy cut out the little lace on the top and the bottom. Here I just left it, but I kind of fussy cut around the different layers of lace in the designs. And I ended up, let me show you from the inside. So what I did is I just covered every section of it. I put a piece of paper down in here and cut it to trim, you know, to the edges here, so it would cover all of that. I covered this. I just covered every section I could find. So then where I folded it, I glued it down right there so I could have a pocket here and a pocket here. And then I just had some little pieces left over, and I thought it'd be cute to add a little, just a little scrappy notepad right here. So I punched my tiniest little holes in it, and then I had to take my needle and just sew through this layer and bring it back up and, you know, tie the little bow. So I added lace here that would hang down on the bottom like that, just different layers of lace. So inside here, on this little pocket, I just have a little glassine envelope that has little pictures of angels in it that I cut out, inked around the edges. So you have some 3 or 4 extra little angels in there. And then here, I made a tiny little journal with this sweet little angel. And it's just made from coffee dyed paper. And here was another piece of coffee dyed paper that I had ruffled and put underneath. So the angel sits on top of that. Added this little piece of trim here. And then it's just got little scrappy leftover pages here. And on the inside here where I tied it, I just punched out with my hole punch these little circles and glued them together on those ends. So I just have a little lace dangle hanging here on those. So that's all that there is to that. It's just a really simple little notebook. And so that slides right back into this pocket here. I just like, I wanted to feature all the digitals in this because you don't really have to add much to this. They're just so pretty. I just love the detail, the grunginess. all the layers that you see in the designs. It's really pretty. So then that just folds back in there like that and protects what's in there. And then it folds down. And so for the front, I had the lace at the bottom, so I just added this little doily piece and another little piece from a doily, I think, and a couple little tiniest little pieces of trim I had left. And I added this sweet little trim at the top, and then this rhinestone pearl trim. And that angel is so pretty. I love it showing through that little window. And I just glued that inside to where, you know, it would be protected. That one actually has the candle wax melted on it too. So I wanted to keep it protected. And also, whenever I put it in here, so I lined it, but I left it open to where I could drop this little angel in there and glue her first before I glued all this shut. So that way nothing can get to that little angel. She's in there and she's glued and she's protected, so she won't fall out or anything. So that I did first, and then I finished off this, and then I added, you know, glued this shut and added my little stuff in the pockets. So it's real simple, but I think it just turned out precious. So on the back, I glued my lace so it will be attached. And then I just glued another piece of that lace on top of that on the back. And then it just comes around and ties in the front. Really simple, really sweet. And that's what I did for my design team project. So I'll keep creating with these kits and make some more of this stuff that I can put in my shop. So I'll have these available, and I'll for sure be making some more because they're just so sweet, and I think for Christmas these would be beautiful. So you know, you don't have to do a whole lot because the angels and the designs do it for you. So you can just add a few little pieces of trim or lace or the little rhinestones, and it just looks so pretty. So I hope y'all like that. And just go find that kit. I'll put the links below to all the kits that this came from. There's several of her little angel kits. So go and check those out and have some fun creating this. I know you will make some beautiful gifts with these. So y'all have a wonderful day, and just know how much I love you and appreciate you. I don't say that enough. And I'll see you back here next time. God bless.